The hard truth that helped me stop being so disappointed in other people when I felt like they let me down or hurt me or disrespected me. We all have our own values and standards. And generally, when we meet another person and build a connection with them, whether that's as a friend or as a partner, we do that on the basis of believing that they share our values and standards. We start to build a relationship and we get along, and then all of a sudden something happens where they let you down, they disappoint you, they make you feel disrespected. In a lot of cases, what's happening here is you're actually being shown where your values and standards don't match. So it's not so much that they're doing something to you, that they want to hurt you, that they don't love you or like you enough in order to make you happy. It's more that the way that they believe they have to behave, the values and standards that guide their lives don't match yours. Now, this is just a harsh truth that we have to understand, that that's the way the world works. No two people are the same. Everyone has different values and standards. And all you can do is find and create relationships with people whose values and standards you can live with. You don't have to love every single one of them. But when you do have these moments where you have this point with someone where they've done something, they've disappointed you, they've made you feel disrespected, whatever it is, yeah, I think you definitely give that relationship at least one opportunity, and you sit down and you say, hey, this made me feel like this. This is how I interpreted this situation. This is what it meant to me. And then they're going to tell you what it meant to them, how it fit into their life, why they felt like it was okay. And then you have to make a decision about whether you want to continue a relationship with this person, because you can't expect everyone to live your way, to live by your standards and your values. But what you can do is walk away from anyone who has a standard or value that you don't want to live with. And that's just the thing I started to realize. I would have these relationships where continually I'd have love and care for these people and I'd really enjoy their company, but I would continually see them do things that made me feel really disappointed, made me feel really disrespected. And I kept trying to talk to them about it, and I kept trying to make them understand where I was coming from. And a lot of the time in the conversation, they would agree with me. They'd be like, yeah, I see where you're coming from. Cool, 100%. And then a couple of weeks later, they would just do the same thing again. And I'd be like, oh my God, we already spoke about this. Like, why are you doing it again? And the thing that I came to realize is they just have different values and standards as me. And it's not on me, and it's not my responsibility. And I shouldn't try to enforce or force my standards and values on other people. Instead, I should have my standards and values, and I should observe other people's. And when I see someone a number of times act in a way that I don't want to accept, it now becomes my responsibility to walk away and go, hey, I see that this is how you operate. It's not for me. So all the best, good luck, and I'm going to go do my own thing and go find people whose values and standards I can deal with. So I want you to think about that. Whoever it is that you find yourself continuously disappointed with or feeling disrespected by, ask yourself, that behavior that they're showing you, what standards and values does it show you that they hold? And if you can't find a way to be okay with those standards and values, then walk away, as opposed to continually trying to change people when they didn't ask to be changed. It's not your responsibility. And also, I think to a degree, like, check your ego. Who said that your standards and values is the way everyone should be? You don't have that right. You don't have that power. But what you do have the right and power over is, who do you keep in your circle? What standards and values do those people carry? That is what you control. So worry more about that and worry less about trying to force the whole world to operate the way that you do.